Doctor Who Into the Dalek, the second episode of Series 8, is written by Phil Ford and Stephen Moffat and starring Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman. So Stephen came up with an idea of a possible concept for a Doctor Who computer game, which we sort of did. So they filmed this episode in Uskmouth Power Station, St Atha Newport, and a hangar outside Cardiff. As for the leaks, it was posted online from a server in Miami, but it contained a glitch that stopped it from downloading, although in second week of August 2014, a workable version found its way through. Talk about spoilers. So we get an epic opening with Journey Blue in her ship with her brother who is knocked out, and there's Daleks shooting about. As soon as her ship blows up, she finds herself teleported inside the TARDIS and pointing a gun at the Doctor, demanding him to take her back to the command ship. I love the bit where the Doctor refuses until she asked him politely. So they arrived on Aristotle. The Doctor finds a Dalek wired up and said Dalek must be destroyed, which is interesting concept, a Dalek that hates their own kind. Zor Ashton played Journey Blue, a Command Galactic Residence lieutenant who's fighting the Daleks and lost her brother. Her acting is outstanding. You can feel her grieving over her brother. This episode introduces Danny Pink, played by Samuel Anderson. I think he's great as well. I can't believe people hated him. I think he's well fleshed out and his acting is incredible. Danny, who was used to be called Rupert, now called Danny, was a soldier in British Army. He felt guilty, traumatised and ashamed as he killed someone, which we'll get to towards the end of Series 8. He works as a maths teacher, to try put the past behind. He falls in love with Clara. The way he's been dealing with the situations, like Clara travelling with the Doctor, he was concerned about her doing so. He's sort of okay with Clara being with the Doctor just so long she tells him the truth, so he can help her. We get a kid in a classroom asking Danny a couple of questions. First is, has he ever killed someone? Second is, has he ever killed someone who wasn't a soldier? He immediately changes subject, which is understandable. Nigel Betts played Frank Armitage, who's the head teacher who reprised the role in Class series, where he gets killed off. I think he's great. So Clara finds the Doctor in a cupboard carrying 2 coffees, which apparently he left her 3 weeks ago in Glasgow, because the Doctor got distracted, and I love the moment where the Doctor asks Clara if he's a good man, and Clara doesn't know. They're making the 12th Doctor kinda dark. Peter Capaldi again nails the role. What can I say that hasn't been said already? I also love the Doctor's line when he returns to Aristotle when he says, "This is Clara, not my assistant. She's my carer because she cares so I don't have to." Rusty is a Dalek who's damaged and wanted the Daleks being wiped out, and the Doctor named him Rusty. I like Rusty, and Nick Briggs again does a splendid job voicing the Daleks. He knows what he's doing. The Doctor, Clara, Blue, Ross and Gretchen went inside the tiny capsule, and I like the bit where the Doctor compares being exploded for holding your breath as he shrink to exploding lasagna in a microwave. Man, that makes me hungry. I'm gonna have lasagna tonight. So the group got shrunk without being popped and got inserted into a Dalek. The effects and the music in that scene is amazing. So they went inside to help Rusty. Ross attacks the inside of the Dalek, which set off Dalek antibodies, reminding us of Let's Kill Hitler with the Tesselector, where they had antibodies that kill you because you're not the member of staff. The Doctor gave Ross something that can trace the signal instead of saving him as he's already dead. So antibodies dissolved him away and the rest ended falling into the area full of liquefied protein. Gross. Apparently Rusty saw beauty, endless, divine, perfection, the birth of a star, which is what made that Dalek good. So as the Doctor wires the machine, he accidentally made Rusty bad again. So Rusty exterminated the crew. Jenny Blue is angry with the Doctor and said he's done. Clara slapped him because part of him was pleased, and apparently what they have learned is not that there is no such thing as a good Dalek, which is emotional and pretty scary as the army of Daleks came into Aristotle. While Soldiers tries to redo the wires, we get a nice moment where the Doctor reasons with Rusty and gets him to remember, and I love that they use the footage of the previous episodes like Dalek and Journey's End. Not to mention the reuse of You Are a Good Dalek reminds me of Dalek episodes where a Dalek said you would make a good Dalek to the 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. After Rusty remember his hatred towards the Daleks, he blasts them all. I get goosebumps when Gretchen sacrificed herself and ended up sitting at the table with tea, cakes with Missy, and her screaming was pretty funny. As the Doctor, Clara and Jenny Blue are returned to normal size and out of Rusty, Rusty left to deal with the rest of the Dalek, telling the Doctor that he's a good Dalek. As the Doctor and Clara leave, Journey Blue followed and asked the Doctor to take her with him. The Doctor compliments her, but he wishes that she's not a soldier. After Doctor and Clara went back in the TARDIS and dematerialised, Clara changed her clothes. She came back to school on present day with Danny noticing she changed her clothes, and they agreed a date. Clara isn't against soldiers. So, that's Into the Dalek. There's a lot of great stuff in there. What did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, people, and see you in the next video.